The Great Train Robbery of over £3 million British pounds continues to baffle the police.
Good evening.
But we have with us here in the studio Sir Arthur Gappy.
Good evening.
First Deputy Head of New Scotland Yard.
Good evening.
And I'm going to ask him a few questions about the robbery.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sir Arthur.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir Arthur, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the robbery, if I may.
Good evening. Good. The very thing we're investigating. Now, I'd like to make something quite clear at the onset. When we speak of the Great Train Robbery, this involved no loss of train. Rather, what we like to call the contents of the train that were built for this. We haven't lost a train since 1946, I think it was. The year of the great snows, where we mislaid a small one. Now, trains are extremely bulky and cumbersome, unlike, say, a jewel from a lady's necklace, or a pearl that might fall from her neck into the grass of the sea where she's standing, whereas a train with its billowing smoke, entirely different kettle of fish.
Yes, I believe you've made that point rather well, Sir Arthur. Thank you.
Yes.
Who do you feel may have perpetrated this awful crime?
We believe this to be the work of thieves.
Thieves.
Yes, I'll tell you why. The entire pattern is very reminiscent of previous robberies where thieves were involved. The telltale loss of property, that's one of the things I look for. Snatching away the money substances, it all points to thieves.
So you feel that thieves are responsible?
Good heavens, no. I feel that thieves are entirely irresponsible. I think they're ghastly people that come into your house and snatch your money away in the middle of the night.
I appreciate that, Sir
You
Arthur.
might appreciate that, but I don't. If you'd like having your money snatched away, I'd have to consider you rather an odd fish.
You misunderstand me, Sir Arthur. What I mean to say is, who do you feel is behind the criminals?
We are, considerably. Months, days, seconds, can't seem to catch the wretches.
What I mean to imply is, who do you feel is the organizing genius behind the crime?
Ah, now you're asking me who the organizing genius behind the crime is.
You're a man of very acute perception, sir.
Yes. Well, we believe this to be the work of a Minder Mast.
A Minder Mast?
Yes, a Minder Mast.
No, I'm sorry. What is a Minder Mast?
Minder Mast, yes. A Minder Mast is the code word that we use down at the yard for mastermind. Don't like to use the term mastermind as it depresses the men. Sort of think they're up against something like that. Sort of a futile gesture to deceive ourselves. No, through the wonderful equipment known as identikit. Are you familiar with identikit?
Yes, I believe this is where you piece together the face of the criminal, is it not?
No. No. We're only able to piece together the appearance of the face of the criminal. We're not able to piece together the face of the criminal, or wish we could. Once you capture the criminal face, the other criminal parts aren't far behind. Being located immediately beneath the criminal face, attached by the criminal neck. No, through the wonderful equipment known as identikit, or l'identikit, as the French foppishly refer to it. We've been able to piece together a remarkable likeness of Archbishop Roger Mahony.
So, His Grace is your #1 suspect?
Let me put it this way. His Grace is the man we're currently beating the living daylights out of.
And he remains your #1 suspect?
No, I'm happy to report His Grace, God bless him, no longer resembles the picture we've worked up. I think for the better, he thinks for the worse. Difference of opinion needed.
And finally, in closing, Sir Arthur, I believe I'm right in saying that some of the money has been recovered.
Yes, it has.
And what's being done with that?
We're spending it as quickly as we can. It's a short life, but a merry one down at the yard. Good night.
Get stuffed.
I've enjoyed it.